Hello, welcome back to Benji's place. Today we're going to be working on the F250, putting new standpipe in the passenger side that keeps blowing. I've got some help today, so we have my son James and his goofy buddy Josh, and they're going to be doing all the work. They didn't know that till they got here, so I kind of hoodooed them into that. It's been a while since this thing's ran, but I decided today was the good day to get started on it. So they're going to get some tools. Should have every tool in the back of the truck to do this, and it wouldn't take me very long to do it. But with these guys, who knows? Okay. So this has got to come off. Will that come off like that? This piece has to come off. The filter, this is the filter for your coolant that I put on there. There's a bolt right under here. Get you in there. There's a bolt right in there that has to loosen up. A nut comes off. This piece comes out. These pieces come off, then we get under the valve cover. That's where we get to this piece that always blows on this truck. There is a O-ring in here. There. That O-ring always blows for some reason, and then the truck does, because no high pressure is going to the injectors. So we're going to change that one. I got one from a different site. It was from Dieselsite. It was recommended by Kill Devil Diesel. That's where I bought the engine. It is a very good engine. Just these things keep blowing, and so they told me to get the upgraded ones, the ones that were better. But unfortunately, we didn't have the tools in the truck that were thought to be in. So we're going to go get tools, and hopefully we'll be back and have this thing changed, get this thing changed out, and we can get it back home. See you then. All right, we got back with, after spending $74.2 million in tools that I've probably got 7 of every time. So this piece came off, which is this. This is the glow plug module. Make sure glow plugs work. And now this, the ICP sensor, has got to come out. This has to come off, and then all these bolts. And pretty sure they're 12mm bolts. Be careful of your transmission dipstick, because it is supposed to be bolted. Oh, I think the one that's supposed to be bolted to is maybe missing. Yes. Need to order some valve cover bolts apparently. So we'll get James back to work, because I just don't feel like getting up there and messing with it. He's younger. We'll let him do it. ICP sensor. Can he get it out? Well, is the wrench too big?
Yeah, I'm trying not to break it. But the wrench keeps spreading. Yeah. All right.
What do you want?
Maybe try channel locks.
Well, Josh, in the truck, in the back seat, I'll get the channel locks. If I can find the key to the truck. I just had it. I'm not really sure what I'm doing with it. There it is. Here we go. So apparently I bought a crescent wrench that we didn't need. But that's okay. I thought you said it wasn't in there tight.
Well, it's not really supposed to be. Not that tight.
I'm the one that put it in last.
Yeah.
Think I used a socket maybe?
May have. Well.
Okay, pulling the valve cover off. I think we decided to leave the ICP in there if we can. And that's yet to be determined because it's been so long since I've worked on this. I don't remember. So we're going to let James figure it out. He doesn't do much anymore, so I have to work him some. He sits in a chair all day and just bosses people around. A lot of time he intimidates people, tries to intimidate these poor truck drivers who are just trying to do their job. I don't know why he does this, but and this thing, your oil filler, if you will take that out, and we don't really need anything from the peanut gallery, but if we take this out, it makes it a lot easier to get that valve cover off if you have to do this. Again, this is the passenger side. The driver's side's not really gave me a lot of trouble. I've had no trouble out of it. I don't know why the passenger side keeps doing it, but it does. Here, I'll put that over here for you. I want you to overexert yourself. If you're wondering, we're in the middle of Pigeon Forge on a Sunday, so we got a lot of the hot rods running around. That's not much of a hot rod, that one's just loud. So there's a few more bolts. How many bolts is there? I can't remember. 10?
10 or 12, I believe.
We'll get back to you when we get this off and show you what we're doing then. All right, valve cover off. This is your oil rail. This, you can maybe see back here, that's the piece that has to come out of the oil rail. It runs down to your oil pipe, which comes out of your high pressure oil pump, and when the oil comes up into the oil rail, then the oil rail puts the oil down into the injectors, and that causes your injectors to open and close. We're going to get this out, and we're going to be putting this one back in. You can see these have got 2 seals, and the other ones just have the one seal down here. I showed you before. Kind of looks like this. This is the dummy plug that you would use the other side. So he's getting that out. We'll get the other one when he gets it out. We'll throw the other one back in there and get back. I tried to get him to get a ratchet, but he didn't want no part of it. So now he's having problems getting it in the right angle. Anyway, we'll get this out real quick. Maybe. Looks like you're putting it back in. He may be a little camera shy. He's never been on camera before. And it's not like I'm putting his face on there or nothing. It's just, you know, if it was me, I would like take it off of this and turn it this away or this away and put it back on there, and then whoop, take it back off of there. But hey, it's not me. Do what you want. Oh, look how much nicer that works. Well, look, you got to be smarter on what you're working with, okay? Now, so you can flip the head of that thing backwards and just spin it around if you wanted to also. Kind of the same purpose. I think he's getting the hang of it. Maybe I spoke too soon. There we go. Okay, we'll get this out, show you kind of what's going on with it, and we'll get this other one put back in, and we'll come back, and it's just a reverse process. Put the bolts back in, hook everything back up where it needs to go, and hopefully we start the truck and drive it. Okay, so the bottom part of the pipe, the standpipe, stayed in there. So now we have to take the whole oil rail off. There's 10 bolts. They're T30s. You take the bolts out, the oil rail will pop off, and hopefully we can get the pipe out. I did have that happen once before. Did not remember it. So we will pop the oil rail off. Hopefully get the standpipe, the old standpipe out, and we will start putting the other one in. Okay, so we have the oil rail off. The tube is stuck right there, and I can't get a good shot, but it's sticking out. You can get a hold of it, but this is what it looks like with the oil rail off. here's your injectors. The old reel fits right down on top of these. It's got little, you got cups and you got little stems that stick down in these. The oil basically comes up into the rail and the high pressure goes to your injectors. I better look at one. Oil rail fits right on top of that. Bolts down. Of course, you can see your valves, rocker arms. These are bridges that work both your valves. It's a 4-valve cylinder. So this is what it looks like with the oil rail off. I'm going to get this old standpipe. And I just can't get back there to get you guys a good look. Seen the other one. Let's see. It is this is what it is. It's down in there. You can see it's a little, this one's a little bent because this one I pulled out and I had to do the same thing, pull that over, but this is what we're getting out. It's actually goes right here. Down to the bottom of that is where it's at. It goes inside of another oil tube. And your other part fits right in there. So let me get this out and we'll be back. This is the oil rail. We pulled it off. ICP sensor. This is where, that'd be where your dummy plug goes. This is where the standpipe goes. These are the parts I was telling you with the injectors. These go down inside the injector. So if you ever take this off, make sure not to mess with these too much. You want to make sure that they still move. But when you pull the oil rail off, you're going to want to pull it as straight as you can so this doesn't damage, you don't damage these or you don't damage your injectors where these fit. Okay, we're getting ready to stick this back on. So I'll give you a quick update on how we were doing. I got the other old standpipe out and we're ready to put this thing back together, and hopefully here in the next hour or so, if everything goes right, we're going to be firing her back up. I will talk to you then. All right, everything's back together, looks good. Battery's a little low. It's been sitting here for months, so let's see what happens. Scan gauge in here also that tells. These are great if you've got one of these 6.0s. It'll tell you your ICP always and your IPR. Always keep an eye on the water and oil temperature too. 70, and the truck still has plenty of get up and go. I just can't get up and go much. If I get pulled over, I have let the tags run out on the truck, so we definitely don't want to be pulled over. It's not something I need right at the moment, but not far from home. Should be there 25 minutes or something. Check back when we get there. Well, it's hard to see, but it did make it back home. We made it back in. We're nice and parked up, and we'll be ready. Need to do some cleaning on it, do a few things to it. It's just been neglected, but now it's back home. Yeah, just needs a little bit of work. If you guys and gals like this kind of stuff, if you don't care, just subscribe, like, send me a comment. You know, if you like something, let me know. If you don't like something, let me know. I read any comments I get, and I can, you know, try to adjust maybe what more you guys like to see. There's all kinds of stuff I do. But until next time, guys, gals, have a good evening.